Hey everybody, I'm Ted from Tebex. In today's tutorial, we are going to connect our Conan Exiles server to our Tebex web store. We are going to connect them using the RCON Adapter. The RCON Adapter is a console application designed as an intermediary between the Tebex API and a game server lacking adequate plugin support. This enables Tebex support on games that would otherwise be very difficult or even impossible. This allows for a more reliable command execution. We can check if a player is online before running a command, and we can also check if the command ran successfully. There are several different ways of running the application. If you're running the adapter on your home computer, this means your home computer needs to be running 24/7 and stay connected 24/7 if you want to be able to run commands. The GitHub page also includes a Docker file, so if you want to go that route, that is also possible. Today, we will use DigitalOcean. Here we can rent a tiny server that is completely dedicated to just running the RCON adapter. We're going to click this deploy button. If you haven't created a DigitalOcean account, go create one first, then come back and click on the blue button. Now we are on the Create Droplets page. First of all, if you saw the price in the bottom left and you were about to click away, please wait. Let's do the configuration. The price will go way down. It will be closer to $5 instead of the 28 you're currently seeing. The thing that is important, we want to get as close as possible to our game server. I will be using a Conan Exiles server from gPortal. On gPortal, I can go back to my portal and I can see exactly where my server is hosted. So back on DigitalOcean, I'm going to choose the same location. It should automatically have the Tebex RCON adapter selected. Make sure that the CPU is set to basic. We don't need anything premium. We want the lowest for everything. And this should be enough for most servers. So let's click on regular. Let's go more to the left and just click on the $4 a month option. We don't need any additional storage or any additional backups. You can choose your authentication method. I would highly recommend creating a SSH key. If you click on SSH, it will give you detailed instructions on how to generate this SSH key and also how to add it to your droplet. To keep things simple, for now I'm going to go with password, but SSH key is the more secure way of authenticating. Our username is root. Obviously, remember this username and password combination. Then we can just scroll to the bottom. We can give it a different hostname if we want to. For example, if you're running multiple servers, give it a proper hostname so you know what RCON adapter is connected to what game server. You can see here I called it Europe 1. It says one droplet. If I click on 2, it automatically names it Europe 2, Europe 3, etc. You can have multiple droplets under the same project. So let's click on Create Droplet. Here we can see the progress bar. Let's give it a moment and wait for it to finish. That only took about half a minute, so let's click on the name. This should open up our droplet. So let's click on console here in the top right. Since we haven't configured this yet, let's first run through the configuration. So as it says here, let's just do ./configure.sh, and then it asks us for our secret key. Back on Tebex, making sure that my store type is Conan Exiles. Let's go to integrations and then go to game servers. Let's connect a game server. Let's select plugin and then click continue. In my case, I'm going to say tutorial droplet server. Select all my packages and then let's click on continue. Here it says on step 3, your secret key. So let's copy the secret key. Go back to our console. Let's paste that secret key over here and press enter. We then need our RCON IP address. For this, we can easily see this at the top at gPortal. And once again, let's paste RCON port. Again, we can easily see this at the top on gPortal. And then the RCON password, we can go to basic settings on the left. And then on the right here, we can find our RCON password. We have to choose what game, so I'm going to say Conan Exiles. The configuration was now updated successfully, and it tells us to run start to use the new configuration. So let's do that. Just like it says, let's run the command. And as you can see, we have an active connection. You can also see that these graphs are now doing something and there is actual data coming in. So our droplet is definitely running. As it says here, if the connection is lost, it will automatically try to reconnect once per minute. Let's click on continue to save this game server. Let's go to packages. Let's look at the test package that I added to my server. We have game server commands as a deliverable at the bottom. We selected what server or servers we want to execute on. We also added a command to execute if the package is purchased. Looking at the settings, the command will only execute if the player is online. So this will demonstrate that the RCON connector can check if the player is online and only then execute the command. For example, if you want to give something to the player directly. I don't think I changed anything, but let's click on update for now. Let's go to our dashboard. And then let's view our web store. Let's add the package to our basket and log into Steam as well. After logging into Steam, we can proceed to checkout. We can then proceed to fill in our information and we can then complete the payment. On our dashboard, we can go to payments. Let's take a look at that package that I just claimed. As you can see, each individual command is due for each server. When I join the server, it will automatically detect this and it will execute only this command. So back on gPortal, let's take the connection information. Inside of Conan, let's go to Play Online, Direct Connect, bottom left, and then let's paste our connection information. If you're not sure if your server has a password or you want to set a password, on gPortal, under basic settings where we find our RCON password is also where you can set or find your server password. For me, there is no password. Let's leave it blank and let's click on OK. We are now connected to the server. So let's go back. So now on Tebex, if we refresh, you can see it now says it's processed. We can also clearly see some spikes on the Droplet. It successfully configured. It executed the online command. It also successfully flushed it, aka on the website, it's now set as processed. Let me quickly show you how you can get to this file. So let's Ctrl-C out of here. Let's change the directory back to where we were. So we're in the root. If we do ls, this is where you can find the start and stop and configure. So this is where you start when you just connect. We're going to change the directory into the Tebex RCON Adapter. So as soon as I do TE, I can just tap and press enter. And inside here, there is another folder called Linux. So we're going to change directory into Linux, tap again, and then press enter. And if we list here, we can see this is where we have those log files. If you're unsure, you can do date. This will tell you the date. You can clearly see the date over here, and this should help find out what log file you need. In my case, I'm going to copy the name of the bottom one. And then to tail this, I'm going to say til-f and then the name of the file. And here you can see that information that I found. And this will also live update if something happens. If you have debug mode enabled, you will see a lot more information of it trying to check if there are any commands and also telling you exactly what it's doing and what has happened. If you want to get out of here, you press Ctrl-C. This will end the automatic updating of the log file. And now you can type commands again. If you want to go back to the root where you were, just do change directory, then the little tilde icon. Now you are back at the root of your Droplet. There are more options and more settings than what I just showed. Hopefully this was helpful though. If anything is unclear, feel free to leave a comment down below. And as always, thank you for watching and good luck with your Tebex store.